Hey folks, welcome to another day, another unboxing. And what I've got here is the Hot Rod Red RedMagic 5G. As you already know, I do have the RedMagic 5G already here in black, but they sent me the Hot Rod Red version. That is a US version as well, which is not the case with this black one. This black one is, I think, a Chinese model with European software installed. Let's have a look, right? Let's have a look at the box. It's looking really, really cool. You saw my previous unboxing of the black one up here, so check out that box. It was pretty funky as well. So RedMagic on one side, not too much. RedMagic on this side, not too much. And then in the back here, we've got some specs. I'll let you check it out. And then let's open it up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's taking a little while. There's nothing in here. That's the box. That's the phone. And before I show it to you, because it's really amazing, I'm going to go through the rest of the box. Divider. We've got 3 little compartments. This is basically the same box layout as the black version. SIM removal tool right here. We've got a RedMagic manual, NX659J, registration card. It's in multiple languages, including English, since this is a US model. Here is the information for all the controls, how to charge the battery and put a SIM card in it. Interesting. And then health and safety and stuff. So I was told this is a US model. Maybe it's not. But it's kind of weird because my black one is a Chinese model hardware, but I think European firmware or global firmware. It's a very, very weird combo. It's a review unit, so I don't think this was actually a production model. Anyway, we've got a charger here, I presume. Let's have a look. US prongs. That's pretty promising. So it might be a US model then. And I'll put up the wattage once I figure it out. Then we've got another box here with the cable, I presume. Yes, it's the same lovely red cable we had in the other box. It's USB-A on one end, USB-C on the other end, as you can see here. Nothing too surprising, frankly. But it's really the phone we came for. So let's have a look at it and then compare it to the black one, shall we? So let's take a look at the phone. It's very, very lovely. It's very red. There's an IMEI sticker back here, so let me remove it from the case and peel off that sticker first. And here we go. Whoa, look at that. That is beautiful. Compared to the black one, it's like night and day. Wow. I mean, the black one's turned on so you can see the LED logo is pulsing green. But yeah, this is a very, very nice red one. I'm kind of digging it. I like the red better for sure. So what are the specs on this? This is probably what you came here for. Let me flip this over and out of the way. And let's have a look at this RedMagic 5G in Hot Rod Red. This is pretty cool. I like the goldish yellow accents here, mustard color. Very, very nice. You see a RedMagic logo here. I believe that lights up and you can control the color, and this RedMagic logo lights up as well. You got a trio of cameras in the back. So the main camera is a 64 megapixel f/1.8 sensor. It does quad pixel binning, which means you get 1.6 micron pixel at the end by combining 4.8 micron pixels. That's pretty standard fare these days. Gaming phones aren't really known for great cameras, so the previous RedMagic phones I reviewed had pretty crappy camera software, but decent sensors in some cases. So maybe combining this camera with the Google Pixel camera might be the way to go. There's 2 other sensors in the back though. There's an ultra wide. It's 8 megapixel, 1.12 microns, f/2.0, which isn't too bad for an ultra wide. And then there's a 2 megapixel macro, probably without autofocus. I assume it's this one. Pretty funny that they put macros in everything these days. I was joking about this on the podcast with David ML this week. So everybody's putting these crappy 2 megapixel macro cameras just to say that they have 3 cameras on their phones. Yeah. So that's it from the back. There's a pretty large battery under here. It is 4,500 milliamp hour battery. Not too bad. You need that for a gaming phone. Obviously, this is a Snapdragon 865 with an X55 5G modem. It does low band 5G for the US, so that's pretty much what you'd expect from a 5G phone. Unlike other RedMagic phones past, this does not have an aluminum back, but an actual glass back, and it's the first RedMagic phone that has NFC. So that's a pretty big deal. You're going to laugh at that for a flagship not having NFC, but that was a big issue with the previous RedMagic phones. And like the RedMagic 3 that I reviewed last year, there is a fan. You can see the inlet and the exhaust on the other side right there. So this phone is obviously not water resistant. LED flash up here, a 5G logo there. You got another little thing here. It's hard to tell what it says. Powered by Nubia, because Nubia is the parent company of RedMagic. Let's turn it on real quick. It's got a screen protector on it. It's a little dusty. It's like a little plastic screen protector on here. You can see it up here. There's a little cutout. I'll be peeling that off at some point, but right now I'm not too concerned. So there's this thing that's really interesting, that even before you get to the screen, you get to have to agree to these crazy terms of service. That's what the login screen looks like. So let's talk display, right? This has an OLED display, like all the RedMagic phones have had. But unlike other phones today, this is a 144 hertz display. And you can see you can change the frequency. This is set to 90 hertz by default. You can set it to 60 hertz, but 144 hertz is pretty crazy refresh rate. So that's what this phone delivers. It's a 1080p panel. It has a built-in fingerprint sensor, optical, right around where my thumb is. And you can actually see that right here. There's a fingerprint sensor on the black model. And the size is 6.65 inches, which is pretty big, plus like a small chin and a small forehead because there's stereo speakers. So this is one of the speakers, the earpiece up there. And then the bottom firing speaker is the second speaker. And so to balance it out, they decided to give it a bezel. The front-facing camera is in that bezel up here. That is a 8 megapixel f/2.0 1.12 micron camera. Nothing too crazy. It doesn't do 4K video or anything like that. So that's it for the lay of the land. Now let me walk you through the edges because this is very special. You get a special switch here that you can turn on and off, kind of like OnePlus phones, but this turns on the gaming mode. So you can turn on gaming and off anytime you want. You got some microphones, some pogo pins here for custom accessories. Like there's an Ethernet accessory that you can add to this, for example. There's a SIM tray down here. And then we have USB Type-C here, the main speaker. And then on the right-hand side, you've got these two shoulder trigger buttons, which are capacitive. You can program them to anything on the screen. You got the volume rocker and the power lock key. It's a little low, that power lock key, so it's kind of unusual when you're used to have it up here, but that's because of the fan, remember? Fan in, fan out, and ta-da, surprise, in addition to the secondary microphone on top, you've got a headphone jack. Yeah, cool stuff. So that's it, folks. That is the RedMagic 5G in Hot Rod Red. This is the US edition, meaning it has all the bands for the US, including 5G bands, low bands for AT&T and T-Mobile. And then, of course, it is beautifully designed in this very gamer design, but I still think it's freaking cool. I'm not a gamer, and I think this phone looks pretty dope. It's nice to make a gaming phone that doesn't feel too out there. I feel like this is different, but not too over the top, in my opinion. You might not agree, but I think it's pretty hot. That's it, folks. Please stay tuned for more videos and unboxing, etc. I'll bring up the other phones so we can see both of them side by side. And please subscribe, tell your friends, click on the notification bell below. And more importantly, comment below as well. You should also subscribe to the podcast, mobiletechpodcast.com. That's where you'll see some reviews of these phones. I do the unboxings and give you visual content here on the channel to give you something to look at for the podcast, which is audio only. But you should really subscribe to the podcast, tell your friends. mobiletechpodcast.com. I'm also on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Spotify. Find me there, subscribe, etc. Thanks, folks, and stay tuned for more videos soon. Cheers, everybody.